Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. By popular demand, I do have a summary of all three of the strategies broken down by each instrument that I trade each morning, each trading day, coming up right after the intro. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that is put out there is at risk for loss. Okay, so this morning, we had high impact news at 7:30 a.m. Central Time, which included OPEC monthly or report and CPI data. So markets went pretty nutty. I know the equities markets kind of ripped up initially and then now are kind of falling back down to our kind of ranging levels from earlier this morning. If we take a look at oil, that's over here on my left hand side of the chart, we are obviously in a clear downtrend. And in gold, we did have a rip up right at that 7:30 news, and that has just come down completely. So quickly, let's go over the strategies from yesterday. Oil session one, we had no trade, so no setup whatsoever. And session two, we did get activated into a long at the 9:35 a.m. candle. That took us for a full take profit of 25 ticks. Nice trade in oil. Gold also was a winner yesterday. We got activated at this 8:15 a.m. candle, and this thing shot up very, very quickly. Maybe about 15 minutes. Full take profit, 30. I think it was 35 ticks. On my chart right here, it's at 36. This might be off by a tick. So again, really nice winner in gold yesterday morning. Again, the morning strategies have been doing really, really well. I wasn't able to include this in my video yesterday, but we did have another Rob reversal for a very nice winner, 35 points. So hopefully, I know a lot of people in Discord were in this trade. Really quickly, let's go over the setups. This 8:30 setup to go short does not get activated because it closes above the ADMA. And you can kind of see the beauty of this pattern. We get an up setup to go up. We get a long setup at 9:15 in the morning. This does not activate because it does close below the ADMA. But you can see here, you would have gotten your full take profit here with not much issue. And then another 10:45 setup almost does it, but does not close at the ADMA, so no trade. Again, I'm not sure if that would have been a winner, but let's just quickly take a look. Yeah, that's 45 points, 49 points. So this would have been a winner setup again. We did not get activated because of our EMA filter. And then another setup here at 1 o'clock, which does get us into the trade yesterday. And again, this thing went for 35 points, full take profit. Beautiful trade there. Our account, on their dashboard, currently sits at $50,916. And so we've got a nice little buffer there. As I mentioned in my intro, I just wanted to, I know a lot of people are kind of saying if you could break down the profit and loss of each one of my sessions that I trade. So currently oil session 2 sits at 138 ticks in profit for March. Gold sits at 59 ticks, and the 15-minute Rob reversal sits at 280 ticks, which is about 70 points of profit for March. So again, if you were trading on one E-mini lot on all of these trades, you'd be sitting at around plus 33.70 for the month. Obviously, I trade gold and oil on a smaller position sizing, so you can kind of adjust for that. Let's quickly take a look. Let me just Got a setup here forming on gold, so I'm going to make sure I'm ready for that one. Let's take a look really quickly at our levels. The ES, we got tapped into this level right now on the news. That was at 52.19. Next level above us is 52.37. Blue sky here after 52.54. What else we got? This is an old level here. Obviously got kind of already tapped into, so this is very weak, 51.93. But a new level here is at 51.67. And then again, this old level of 51.55. This one's a very old level, but it's still on my chart. But the ones I'd be looking at, 52.37 and 51.67 to see what comes out of that. The YM. Let's see if I can move my chart here down a little bit. There we go. Here we had a level here, already got tapped into 39.376. We got an old level right above it at 4.116, and then a level that we could probably get to at 39.543, depending on what the market wants to do here. Again, another old level here, 39.118, which already got tapped into. But the freshest level would be at 39.032. That's a level that we would like to see get touched here today. And the NQ, last one here. We've got a level at 18.426 is your your closest level to price action. 18.178 and 149. Obviously, this level at 18.286 is a weak level. But you can obviously see how this level has really been respected until that news hit. So we'll see here what the market wants to do. I'm going to get ready to jump into this gold trade. If this setup validates here, stick around for my trade breakdowns and the recap of the entire day coming up shortly. See you in a little bit.
Order canceled.
All right, so here we get activated into our first trade for the morning, and this this trade is in gold. And yes, bracket order issue in gold chart, which really was frustrating to me because I had only been seeing it in oil, but I got it today in gold. So again, I had to manually do my bracket orders here, which again is kind of frustrating. But what's actually more frustrating for me was this trade. And I know I am trading 5 micros, so I have reduced my position sizing on gold. Not because it's not producing well. It is. It's in the green for the month, but I am looking at it mainly I'm looking at it mainly on a position sizing scenario. So if I take a look at the source bar, which is that, let's just call it a doji. It's a huge bar, and that just is a lot of indecision right there. And we do get the inside bar. I do like the play because again, it's consolidating, but I just wish that the inside bar would have been a little bit bigger, which would have given us a little bit more space as to in which direction it wanted to go. Hopefully it makes sense. I'll kind of elaborate on it a little bit more in the recap, but this is a max trade of 35 ticks, and we do get activated here into the long. And pretty much, I mean, we got really ticked in by a tick, maybe 2, and from there, the trade was pretty much in the red the entire time. So definitely was not feeling good about the price action once I got into the trade. I could kind of see here that the sellers were kind of in control. Later on in the chart, you'll kind of see that price action gets kind of wacky after this, but I do take a full loss in gold strategy this morning.
Order canceled. Order canceled.
All right, so here we get activated into our oil strategy session 2. Of course, bracket orders now work perfectly fine in oil. thinking maybe I got to redo now my gold chart like I did the oil chart. Hopefully that'll fix the issue. So what what's going on here? So we get activated into the long here today, and this, first of all, this trade takes forever. I mean, this was an extremely long trade, so I do have this sped up. Obviously through the power of editing, we can not have you sit through all of this price action, but we get activated here to the long. We were actually, the market made a leg up, came back down, came through that leg up. We were in an uptrend in oil, and we were honestly just trying to look for a continuation of that trend. Smaller inside bar than what we would normally like, but again, we had a huge bar right in front of it. So we really here, the nice thing about this trade is it really was in the green for the most part, besides the fact that we had that one down bar that pretty much came maybe 70% of our stop loss. But once we got right about, we were about a tick away from full TP. I did reduce my risk here by 50%. And that is a part of my new little tweak that I've made to the strategy. And that seems to be working out really well. Full take profit, great
Target
trade.
filled.
All right, so today was kind of a mixed bag in the morning strategies. Actually, first of all, let me apologize for getting this video out so late. To be honest with you, the spring market, real estate market, is kind of getting away here, and things are starting to get really busy for me again. So I apologize for the late video, but let me give you here a recap of the day. Well, to start, if we go into our morning strategies, let's take a look at the one that bothered me the most. That's not it. Right here. This guy right here. We get an inside bar at 8:10 in the morning. It was a max size trade. Obviously, if we go back to our rules, and yes, I am going to be releasing I'm going to be releasing 3 videos this week on all of the strategies, all of the updates that I have done, exactly how I trade them. I know it's one of the most popular things that I'm being requested on in Discord and in my channel in the comments, so I will put that out there. But just again, we get an inside bar at 8:10 in the morning. Remember, gold is from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. And you would have an order to go long at the top of that inside bar, and you would have an order to go short at the bottom of that inside bar right here. Now, we did have a lot of news this morning with CPI, and this thing just got me in by pretty much a tick. So it got me into a long on a tick, and honestly, again, this is me talking in hindsight, but I honestly did not like this trade. I don't know, for a lot. Many different reasons, but there was just something about this trade here this morning, specifically in gold, that for some reason just did not suit my eye. But either way, we took a loss here for 35 ticks, as you guys saw in the video. Max size, this bar, this is like almost like the perfect doji. I guess an extended little doji. But this is a huge source bar. We're looking at almost 79 ticks. So that's kind of what I'm saying when this whole setup here, I was not the most fond of from the beginning. But again, it's something that, a few members in my Discord today, getting into like the Rob reversal and some of the other trades that we took later on, they mentioned, they're like, if we just take every trade and we look at what the stats were, which I showed you the stats kind of in the beginning, it would be even a much better month. It would be actually a much better month for me because, many times I'm taking half position sizing on there. So that's why my top step eval, I believe, is at, I don't know, plus 900 and something dollars from this morning. But it could have been much more. So I know I'm rambling on this trade, but this gold trade just, oof, that was a doozy. So we took a loss for 35 ticks on gold. If we pull up our oil chart, we had a trade in oil session 1. We got an inside bar at 8:05 in the morning. That gets wicked in again to the short, reverses, and takes us for a loss of 31 ticks in session 1. Now, granted, I am not trading session 1. I am just keeping stats on it. So session 2, as you guys just saw in the video, we got a inside bar at 9:20 in the morning. We get activated into the long for 25 ticks, 31 ticks, 25 ticks, and we took full take profit on that trade, which pretty much brought us, I think I took a loss today, and I'm sorry, now it's too late now in the day, I should say almost in the evening, where it's 5 o'clock. It's not evening for me. But it's once you get past, I don't know what time it is, but they've got your things on here. But you guys saw them in the video. So I think we ended off the day on the eval negative $68. But oil session 2 has just been doing absolutely on fire. Gold's been doing great. And then, of course, you've got the big boy. It just seems like it's kind of been a constant theme here, which is good. I mean, that is very, very good. This was another really fantastic trade on the Rob reversal. We get activated to the long at 9 a.m. This thing easily gets your 35 points. And I say easily, but if you were looking at price action during that trade, that trade got a little hairy. It actually went to our full take profit, or maybe a few points away, came right back down, came right back up, came right back down. So, I mean, the price action on that one was a little hairy, but look at this movement here. I mean, again, we would have our order to go long at the one tick above this 15-minute candle, so it would have been right there. And I know this is like the third time I say this on the video about this trailing stop. I mean, you would be in apps. Well, I don't know. Now that I'm looking at it, I guess you would have gotten stopped out right here. Let's just see what it would have done here on a trailing stop. I do 35 points, take profit or stop loss. But let's just see. So we would have bumped up to here. We would have bumped up to there. And then we would have gotten stopped out right there. So let's see what that sucker would have given us. Curious. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. 104 points. That seems like it's been like the third Rob reversal in a row that has won, which is the case. But they've all been going for like 102 to 100 to 110 points on just that trailing stop. Oh. Hey, but you can't be greedy in this game. That's for damn sure. I've learned that the hard way, and I've learned that the easy way. You cannot be greedy in this game. So to sum it up, took a very small loss. And again, I mentioned this in a video a couple days ago, where it's kind of nice to have 2 or 3 strategies that you implement every day. I believe, because it's the way I trade, that it's a beautiful thing to have three rule-based strategies so that, you're not all over the place, but number two, you know exactly what you're looking for each and every day. And that's what I was missing prior to getting into this rule-based, condition-based trading. So that's a nice thing, is that, like, for instance, this gold trade. I mean, I don't know why it bothers me so much. I mean, it's not, we have wins, we have losses, but this one for some reason really bothered me this morning. And I can't, I just, I don't know. But again, you've got a strategy in gold that is a specific time period from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. It's just one trade. And you've got, the original strategy was 2 sessions in oil, one from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. I do not trade this section right here, just because, I back test these every month, and I look at the results every single month. And I know that February did not have a good month in session number 1 of oil. And to be honest with you, even going to January, it wasn't the greatest. So I adapt. I have to evolve. My strategies have to evolve. And that is the part of being a trader. And don't trade these strategies blindly. I think for the most part, just watching a lot of my videos, I give you guys a lot of ideas on back testing it. In my Discord, people they back test the shit out of these things. So I feel like I've got some really good support too in the Discord group. But this is something that
the markets are
if
open.
you've got different strategies, or 1 or 2 or 3 strategies in my case, where it's kind of like diversifying your trades for the day. So today we took an ugly trade in gold. We made majority of that back in oil. So we end up only taking a $68 loss, which could have been a lot more. We then take the Rob reversal, which gave us an extra 35 points today. All, just fantastic trades. So let's take a look at my levels for the day. Remember, I post these, one in the video in the morning, and I realize that these videos are typically released at around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So they might not do a lot of help for a lot of people that are watching it in hindsight. But again, these levels are updated in my Discord at about 7:40 in the morning every single morning. So, that the link is below. It's free. And let's take a look at, what are we looking at here? The YM. I took one trade today. Oh, and of course now it's gone. I took a trade, that sucks. So I took a trade here. It was positive $560. Put a screenshot of it in Discord. And that was on the NQ though. So I'll get to that in a little bit here. The YM. So we had this level here from the morning at 39,201, heavily respected. Went through this level at 39,379. So this level from the morning was already tapped into. So much less value there. This was an old value. As I state, all my values in red are old levels that do not carry as much weight. And then as we can see, we got to our level here this afternoon at 39,544, which is a level I gave this early this morning. And boy, did this sucker really, respect that level pretty well. So let's take a look at the ES. ES had a nice movement upwards. There's this level right here at 52.37. 52.37 that I gave you guys this morning. Got a nice rejection off of that. and traded through this level at 52.20. So there, that was the ES, and then the NQ. So the NQ was the only trade that I took for the day, which was a positive 560. It was about $560 trade. I think it was about 29 points is what I ended up getting on that. And to be honest with you, I am not the best. I am nowhere near a good trader when it comes to charts. I said it many, many times. In fact, I'm putting out these levels because I really want to kind of almost hold myself accountable to, hey, these are the levels that I see in the market, and let me see if these, and this is something I've been doing now for about a year. Not actually putting out levels publicly because now I'm, obviously on the channel, but I've been getting a much better at it. I've got a much better understanding of price action in general. And again, if there's any traders out there that these levels help, so be it. It's free in my Discord, and I put them out on the videos every single day. So I did take this trade this morning off of this rejection of my level of 18,174. And again, the levels right here which was my top level of 18,470, pretty well respected level right here. So, and again, I mean, to be honest with you, this is full 1000% transparency without actually recording it. So take it for what it's worth. My take profit was right here, which was 115 points away. It sounds absolutely absurd, and I don't actually think that anybody should even believe that, but that was honestly my original idea here. Was this is where I thought it wasn't right here, it was right here. This is where I thought my price action at that 18,286 number was going to come back to. But again, I'm not the best trader when it comes to this, and I don't, I have a lot more emotions that spill out on these trades than I obviously do on my morning strategies, where they're just rule-based, condition-based trades. And again, I'm not taking these trades live. These are strictly on an eval account through Top Step. So take that for what it's worth. But I then kind of pretty much chickened out, and that was, I got 29 or 28 points. My profit and loss on my screenshot from Discord was about $560. So I guess do the math on that. So in general, a very small red in the eval, but overall a very, very positive day. The Rob reversal just did wonders for the cash account today. And that trade has just been an absolute beast in March. Oil session 2 has just been an absolute beast in March. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the content that I'm putting out there. If you are, please make sure to hit the like button. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, and leave me a comment below. Let me know. I honestly, I really do. Your comments on here motivate me to do even more videos. The good, the bad, the ugly. I know that I can't make everybody. I can't make everybody happy, but hopefully there is enough people out there that are finding values from these videos, and your comments honestly keep me going. So I will see you guys here tomorrow. Again, I apologize for the late video. I apologize for rambling a little bit too much today, but I'll see you guys here tomorrow. Happy trading, everyone.